Alright guys, bust out the popcorn, sit back, relax. We're gonna be here for a while. This is Pokemon Sun video number 47, and yes, it is over 34 minutes long. But, you know, I figured I just want to get this whole video done in here. There wasn't really a place midway through the video that I felt was a good, like, stopping point or a good separation point. So I just figured, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it as is. Have it be one big video, and yeah, we'll just kind of accomplish it. So yeah, like I said, bust out the popcorn, get yourself something to drink, maybe take a break partway through, use the bathroom. It's gonna take a while, and a lot of it just had to do with me, you know, not knowing anything. So here we're gonna go ahead and battle Team Skull, the Team Skull Grunt, who sends out a Spinarak. I used to have a Spinarak not too long ago, but mine evolved at level 20, and for some reason his didn't. Okay. The Body Slam takes out the Spinarak, of course. He wants to go back in time and tell himself not to battle us, but oh well. So now this guy's gonna battle us. So he has the Grimer. Dark Poison, again, Body Slam should be able to kind of knock this thing out, or at least do that. He uses Crunch, which is really not effective because, well, Poe's already a Dark type, and he's also a Fighting type. And I know Fighting types resist Dark type moves, and I would assume that Dark type Pokemon would also resist their own type moves. Just assume. Okay, so we defeated the two there at the barricade. That was fun. Let's go in here. See if the Pokemon Center is actually working. No, okay. Fly rhymes in your ear, yo, but yo, what you doing here, yo? Yo, it's darker than Darkrai up in here, yo. I'm getting scared. Oh, ain't nobody around. I'm feeling kind of down. Oh, hey, yo, spin it. Oh, spin. Hey, listen up, intruder. She wants money, but it always eludes her. Ah, I like that one. We can't pay the rent. What? The Pokemon Center is where we cover. We can't pay bills, so we got no power. Sounds good, yo. $10? Yeah, I mean, I need to heal my Pokemon, and honestly, I'd rather spend $10 than, like, use all them, like, potions that I have. What? That's crazy, cause like, you know, we've played games before, obviously, where like the evil team will take over a town or something. But this is the first time that like they actually took over the Pokemon Center as well. Cause usually the Pokemon Center is still there for you to go and heal your Pokemon, but not here. Can't. I mean, you can still heal your Pokemon there, but you gotta pay them to do it, which is weird. Can't go into any of these houses. They really did a number on this place. Let's see, there's some people back here that we're probably going to want to get to, so I think I'm going to have to go back through here the way I came, and then go through the hole in the hedges on the other side. These holes are like way too convenient. And I'm just going to come out right in between them. Yep. Oh, okay, so they're saying that they're basically just as good as each other. Double battle, Raticate, and Golbat. Let's see, who do we got? Poe and Geico. Alright, I think I can work with this. Poe, you take the Raticate. Geico, you take the Golbat. Teamwork. makes the dream work. Did you hear that? That was a Z-move coming to life. Inferno Overdrive. After I said that, I was like, I really hope that's what the Z-move is called. Because I was like, Inferno Overdrive, and then in my head I was like, wait, is that what it's called? Yes, it was. Okay, good. That didn't do much of anything. And I realized now that the reason that didn't do much of anything is because it's raining. So anytime it's raining, fire type moves are gonna lose power. So I should have known. Ooh, did you see that? Drowsy grew to level 26, which means he's gonna evolve. But I have no way to like actually like switch him out with someone else right now. So he's gonna evolve after this battle, and then I'm gonna have a Hypno on my team basically for the rest of this video, just leveling up. Even though I don't need a psychic type. What? 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 Look at that, he's got a yo-yo. Yeah, look, we're just filling pages in the Pokédex. It's like we're playing bingo up in here. See, watch. It's like we're playing bingo. See, I told you. Wow, it's extremely dangerous Pokemon. Yeah. People who have trouble sleeping refer to it as a savior. I need one of those. Not really so much to put me to sleep, but to keep me asleep. Because I'm a very light sleeper. Like, the slightest little thing will wake me up. I didn't used to be that way. I used to be able to sleep through anything, but like ever since basically I went to college, I've just become a very light sleeper. I once, before, like how old was I? I was probably in middle school. I once slept through a flash flood in a tent. Like it was weather just like in this video. And I was in a tent, and I slept through it. Like, I didn't even realize it until someone else had to come and wake me up and tell me, like, hey, it's flooding. We need to go. So he sends in Full Mantis. I feel like I can really, like, hear myself breathing. Like, am I really breathing that hard? Salandit. Well, Salandit's going to be powered down here because, I mean, it's a fire type and it's raining. The Body Slam should do it. Yes, the Body Slam does do it. That was the guy up on top of the truck. I didn't even see him up there until like he was saying like, hey, let's battle. Yeah, Horn Drill and Guillotine. I remember the first time I ever played like Pokemon Red. I'm pretty sure it was the first time I played Pokemon Red, or at least the first time I played with like an actual team and not just using Charmander. I used a Doug Trio. Like, I don't know, like, that was a terrible team when I look back on it. Who did I use? I used Doug Trio. I feel like I used a lot of Pokemon of the same type. Like, I think I had 2 water types on my team. Venusaur was my grass type. I had Doug Trio. Did I have Graveler as well? No, I don't know. But anyway, I had a Doug Trio. You know, Doug Trio could learn Fissure. Well, like, as soon as I realized, oh wow, Fissure is a move that can, like, knock out the Pokemon in one hit, I always used Fissure. And it never hit, because it had, like, a 30% accuracy. But, I always used Fissure, and, like, you know, those, you know, rare times when it did hit, I was like, yes! But usually, you know, Doug Trio would faint before, you know, he got a Fissure off that actually, you know, did anything. But yeah. I think we all play Pokemon Red and Blue like that. Like, just picking, you know, the starter Pokemon. You probably Charmander. And then basically just using it. You guys remember a long time ago I did a Let's Play of Pokemon Fire Red where I basically just used a Charizard. I didn't use anyone else. I had other Pokemon in my party, really just for the purposes of like HMs and stuff. But yeah, Charizard was the only one that I really even used in battle, and that was kind of a fun game. I actually beat that game easily, just using Charizard like that. But the problem was that even though when I years ago when I first played Pokemon Red and I tried to just use Charizard, I was still somewhat I guess conscious of the fact that, you know what, I have other Pokemon on my team. So I would still use them a little bit. But like Charizard was one I would use the most. So Charizard got to be really over leveled compared to the rest of the team, but the fact that I actually spent time on the rest of the team, as little as it was, Charizard wasn't strong enough to basically, you know, fend for itself. So and I feel like it was more difficult. I feel like Pokemon Red was more difficult than Pokemon Fire Red anyway, because in Fire Red I feel like Charizard could learn more moves, and like I think I gave it more moves too. Like it knew Flamethrower and Fly and Dig, and what was the other move it knew? I don't remember. But it knew like the 4 moves that it knew. They were all very like diverse moves. It had a very diverse moveset, which you would need if you were just going to use one Pokemon. But I think when I played it the first time, really not knowing anything, I just had it learn all fire type moves. It had like Flamethrower and Fire Spin and Ember and like something else. Hey, I was like 10, so give me a break. Whoa. All right. So we battled that grunt. And now we will just continue making our way through the house here. You know, seeing as I'm already in the house and like, you know, wandering around, like, I find it like difficult to figure out why it took me 20 minutes to finish this. This month's Team Skull password is beat up. Remember that. Beat up. We're gonna have to remember these passwords. Write it down. Well, okay, maybe you won't have to write it down. But yeah, you're gonna have to remember these passwords. And it's weird because not all of the Team Skull Grunts will fight you. Only some of them. Like, that one didn't fight you, but this one will. So sorry, as a stranger, you get a full course of my Pokemon's moves. I had a tough time actually figuring out how to get to Guzma. And you'll see here, you know, in a little bit what I mean by that. So Haunter will use Confuse Ray to confuse me, obviously. But the confusion didn't really do much to me because I'm still able to use my Z move, Corkscrew Crash, the Steel type Z move. I'm actually going to keep that Steelium Z with him for a while. I know that Bullet Punch, it's not the strongest move, it only has 40 power. But it's a priority move, it always goes first, so it comes in handy from time to time. And it gives him a little bit of type coverage too. Makes him good against them fairy types. But them fairy types are strong against dark and fighting, so unless that bullet punch is going to actually knock out the fairy type Pokemon, which, you know, let's be honest, it probably won't. Maybe the Z move will, but the bullet punch itself won't. Yeah, he's going to have a tough time against the fairy types still, unless they like attack with a non-fairy type move or something like that. So this month's secret password is Tapu Koko. Remember, a true Skull member always butts heads and answers with a hearty no. Remember that. Like, you gotta remember that whole thing, seriously. There's a heal powder. That's one of those, like, bitter medicines that Pokemon don't like. Like, if you're trying to get your Pokemon to like you, or if you're trying to get their friendship up, you don't want to give them those type of medicines, like the heal powder, the revival herb, stuff like that, because they won't like you. The thing about those medicines, though, is they typically don't cost as much as, say, your like potions and revives. And the revival herb will actually fully revive your Pokemon. Like it basically is the same as a max revive. So those things are actually very useful. And a lot of times I will buy several of those and hold on to them in case of emergency. Even though, like, the only reason to get your Pokemon to have high friendship is if you're going to try to evolve it, or if you want it to, like, what is that move that there's like a move that does more damage the more they like you. Frustration is the one. If they return, that's the one. If they have the move return, then you want them to be friendly to you, because then it'll do more damage. And then there's other stuff too, like here and there, where like if your Pokemon like you, then you like get a prize or something. I don't know. So this right here, this little fade out and fade in from going upstairs, probably would have been a good spot to cut the video in half now that I'm looking at it, because we're like right at the 17-minute mark and it's a 34-minute video. But you know what? I didn't. We're going to continue on. TM36 Sledge Bomb. We found Poison Jab not too long ago. I don't think it was in this video, but I think we found Poison Jab not too long ago in one of the recent previous videos. So we've got it all covered, because Sludge Bomb, I believe, is special, Poison Jab is physical. OMG. Please don't tell me that's my skull tank you're wearing. Oh, no wonder it stinks. It is the same design. Yeah, I'm not gonna finish it. That's a lovely aroma. Our names are all Grunt. What's the point? That's funny. I like how they didn't even notice that I was here. They're just talking about like, oh my god, you're wearing my tank. So we're challenged by Team Skull Grunt. And, oh, they're only going to battle us one at a time. I thought it was going to be another double battle. So she sends in Rattata, which should have evolved a long time ago, but it didn't. Vital Throw, bam. Okay then. How embarrassing. They're so weird, Team Skull. Okay then. That's it. We battled both of them. Let's go into this room next. There was a guy there who almost saw us, and this guy here, wow, he saw us from clear across the room. Usually you have to get a lot closer to these people. I mean, I know it's not a big room and all, but usually you have to like almost walk up to them for them to like see you and say something. This is Team Skull Grunt. I bet you would have never guessed his name was Grunt. Sends in full mantis. What level do these things evolve at into Lorantis? I feel like they should have all evolved by now. Okay then, what is this? An iron. And then there's a paper over here that I need to read. This month's secret Team Skull password is Golisopod. Or Golisopod, something like that. I think that's how you say it. See, I had to walk almost all the way up to this guy before he saw me. But I guess I was walking up to him like at an angle or something, so that's why he didn't see me, but still. Okay. Team Skull Grunt sends out Wimpod. That thing is weird. It looks like a silverfish. You know what those are? Silverfish. Those are those little silver bugs that like they get into your clothes and they like eat holes in your clothes. That's why like, you know, your grandma likes to keep mothballs in the closet to keep those things away because of the silverfish. And they're real too. Like I've seen them before. That's why you gotta make sure you keep your clothes clean. But anyway, that's what that thing reminds me of, the Wimpod. So this guy here is basically telling you that he lost the password somewhere in the mansion. So if you haven't found them already, that's basically him telling you go find them because you're gonna need them. But we found them already, so we're gonna go ahead and tell this guy the passwords. What move does he like? That's beat up. Which Pokemon does he like? That's Golisopod. What drink does Master Guzma like? The Tapu Koko. Are you sure about that? Yes. You think I'm that thick-skulled? Get out of here, go home. You should know how Team Skull works. Look around this mansion and see what you can learn about our organization. So he's not going to let me through, even though I know the 3 passwords. So I have to figure something else out here. And these were definitely the passwords. And it's not like, you know, you could say, oh, you know, it's not going to be the passwords. But it's like, if he just gave us 2 choices, then okay. But he gives us 3 choices. So like the possibilities of what the other combinations could be are endless. If the passwords are like what the answer isn't. You know what I mean? So he says look around this mansion and learn about our organization. So I am looking around the mansion to learn about the organization, seeing if I can find any sort of clue, you know, see if there's anything I can trigger, you know, in order to like be able to get through there. So that one says beat up, so I know I got that one right. And then the other one was in this far room here past this room. This is like some kind of sitting room. And then it was in the kitchen over here, wasn't it? In the kitchen. This one says Tapu Koko. And then the other one, I believe, was actually upstairs. I can't get through here because of these boxes. Most people would just move the box, but me, no. I walk all the way around the house. So basically, I figured out what it was. So, greetings, visitor. Yes. So, beat up is the move he likes the most. Golisopod is his Pokemon, and he likes Tapu Koko. No! Remember that note we read downstairs that said, always butt heads and answer with a resounding no? That's what it was. Because we were answering yes, is why he wouldn't let us through. We had to answer no. That's what it was. That's kind of funny, actually. And, like, I don't know. I feel like that wouldn't have been, like, obvious. I actually had to look it up. I'm not going to lie. That was not obvious to me at all, but it makes perfect sense. So be honest, guys. Did you have to look it up like I did? I had to look it up. I didn't read far enough into that note that said always answer with a resounding no. Alrighty, so we get to battle this person here, which I guess is like the person who guards Guzma, even though she wasn't doing a very good job. I mean, I honestly just could have like pushed her off the roof if I wanted to and made her Santa Claus. That's a reference to a movie, by the way. The Santa Claus. Bullet Punch, even though it's not very effective, it's enough to knock him out. Priority move. It doesn't do very much damage, but I mean, it comes in handy. So I'm gonna, as long as that Bullet Punch keeps, you know, proving itself to be useful, I'm going to keep that move in his moveset until it's either no longer useful anymore, or until another better move comes up, like Extreme Speed. I want him to learn Extreme Speed. That would be awesome. I'll probably end up replacing like Body Slam with it, because Extreme Speed does what, 80 and Body Slam does 85? So I'd give up 5 power for a move that's strong to go first. Yeah. What? Team Skull is not supposed to be that philosophical. Well, maybe that wasn't very philosophical. Oh look, it's Guzma. Except I beat you last time we met, so you know what? You suck. I'm here for the Pokemon. Dang, Yungoos, why are you hissing at me? I'm here to save you. Dang, this guy's mean. Alright. So let's see if I do any better in this battle than I did in the last one. And yes, I did not speed up this battle because this is considered, at least to me, a boss battle. But literally, he is the boss of Team Skull. But it's like a boss battle. So he starts off with his Golisopod, level 37. That was First Impression, which I believe is a bug type move, if I'm not mistaken. So Golisopod, for anyone who's wondering, I had a tough time figuring out what type it is, but it's a bug slash water type, which I think this is what Wimpod evolves into. Golisopod. So it evolves from Wimpod starting at level 30. So I'm trying to remember though if the last time we battled him, if that Golisopod was even at level 30, because I don't think all my Pokemon were at level 30 yet. Or were they? I don't know. They could have been. But I want to look at that First Impression, because I believe that is a bug-type move. Yeah, it's a bug-type move that does 90 damage. Wow. And it's an evolution move, so he learns First Impression when he evolves from Wimpod into Golisopod. So he's going to use First Impression, which is going to be super effective, and yeah, Skyverse fainted. Well, so much for that. Let's see, what else? Poe. So being a bug type, he's not gonna be very, I mean, nothing that I do is gonna be very effective. I mean, Crunch. Ooh, okay. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Poe's at level 43. So let's see, that was at least 2 of his Pokemon that we just knocked out. Is there another one? And Hypno is just leveling up like crazy even though he doesn't need to. No, there's not another one. Great, really? I didn't think you would think that way. last time you were all mad. Oh, okay, there you go. That's more the reaction I was expecting. Q, he says. And he just leaves. Eek? What? Whose help you need? So basically he's admitting that he's not strong enough to beat me by himself. I'm gonna sit in his chair. I'm the new boss. No, I'm just kidding. The only reason I sat in that chair is because, like, whenever I was trying to read, like, how to actually get to Guzma, I read that if you sit in his chair, like, someone will run up to you thinking you're him. And we just took a Bugnium Z, so that's awesome. We'll give that to Araquanid whenever we're going up against someone who is weak to bug types. I don't know who that would be. Let's see. That's gonna be Grass, Psychic, Dark. What else? Is that it? Basically, Grass, Psychic, and Dark. Those are the ones that are weak to bug type moves. Fairy? No, Fairy's not weak to bug. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Grass, Psychic, and Dark. Oh, look, it's this guy. Q, he says. Oh, he healed our Pokemon up for us. That's nice. He's a good guy. Uncle? Q, he says. So that's her uncle. I wonder if that's really her uncle, or if that's just like, you know, like just someone that she calls uncle. I guess it is, because she just called him uncle. But you know how some people like even if they're not like, you know, related to you, they'll call him like uncle or something like that. The rent's real cheap. I know he said that a while ago, but I'm just now reacting to it. Q, he says. Dang, Nanu, just, you know, shoot, she wants to come see you, you know, she's your niece apparently and wants to be a part of your life. Come by the Aether House, she says. I wonder what that guy's deal is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really want to know what his deal is. Like, he seems like a good guy. Like, he's one of those good guys who, like, he wants you to think he doesn't care, but like in the end he actually does care. You know what I mean? Okay, so I guess they're still in the Pokemon Center. I was gonna see if maybe like Nurse Joy had showed back up in the Pokemon Center, but apparently not. Oh, but all the barricades are down, so that's cool. No more barricades. But Team Skull is still here. I thought they would have gone away, but I guess not. Anyway, we're gonna end the video here, guys. Thank you for watching this whole video. Please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time. Bye.